On that one, my wife is white, but it's for different reasons. Mainly because I was a fucking nerd. Well, not was. I still am a nerd. And I'm not today's nerd, like, cause it's cool. No, I've been a nerd since like 1987, Revenge of the Nerds. So, black girls really wasn't fucking with me too much when it just wasn't happening. I read a lot of books. Not by choice. I was fucking punished all the time. It's cool. But now, man, it's just another thing that Terry had said that I fucking touched on. Oh, shit. God damn it. Terry, what the fuck you do to this mic? But nah, I was with Terry on the abortion thing, too. It's like, I don't give a fuck about what a woman does with her body. Literally, I don't give a fuck, as long as she doesn't try to kill me with it. And my wife, although my wife is white, she's very dangerous. My wife's rap sheet reads like a low-level mafia person. Like, for real, she got assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Possession with intent to distribute. Breaking and entering.
Right.
But this is the fucked up part. All of that shit was pretty much in self-defense. Here's why. So we'll start with the assault with a deadly weapon. So this woman exposed herself to my wife's 8-year-old son. At the time, he's 28 now. Exposed herself to her 8-year-old son. And she did, really, one of the blackest things I've ever seen most people do. She grabbed a golf club for that bitch and went after that hoe. Now, see, she pressed charges. And then then the chick's mama had her back. But then when her mama found out why, she was like, oh, bitch, I should have let her beat your ass. Shit, I'm sweating up here like that dude hoping they don't pass that abortion law. Shit. But no, another thing, like weird shit I think about is like, who the fuck came up with like birth control? Like, what woman was sitting there thinking like, I want to fuck the shit out of this dude, but this nigga dumb, I don't want to have his baby. It's like, it's cool, Terry was like, some things you could think about, you might be like, oh, that's racist, but it's really not. Everybody's a little racist, and I prove it to you here. Here's an example. Everybody's a little racist, but it's okay. Situational. Like, for example, me and my wife, we went to this Mexican restaurant a couple weeks ago. And we were sitting down at our table. Lady can't take our order. And then when she went giving, she spit that shit back to the people in the kitchen in Mandarin. I was like, wait a fucking minute, goddammit. Mexican food already tears my ass up. I'm not trying to eat cat in my fajita. It's all right. That's why, just a little food for thought. No pun intended. Food for thought, though, if you ever get Chinese food, get shrimp. Because they can't fake seafood. Everything else is questionable as fuck. Just saying. God damn, it beats. Turn these motherfuckers off. It's hot as hell up here for real. Shit. Anybody out there got big families? Big families? Anyone? You got a big family? Yep. How big is your family, my dude? 12. Like, how big is your family?
12.
12 brothers and your mama? Your mama got, you one of 12?
No, like, fuck 12.
That's a different show, bro. That's a different show. But no, man, my mom, I come from a really big fucking family. My mom is one of 16. And my dad is one of 9. So yeah, ladies, just in case y'all wondering, come to my family. Y'all will always be right, goddammit. Because the men in my family is always fucking wrong. Always. I did the math. I sat down and did the math one time, carried the 2, subtracted the contraceptives. I figured out that the women in my family outnumber us 8-1. 8-1. That's a lot of goddamn fucking arguments that you're not gonna win as a man. What's even worse is when you get into that argument and she talk about, I'm gonna call my sister. Now, just that statement alone leaves you with a lot to fucking think about. First of all, which fucking sister is she calling? Because there's a lot of fucking things that can happen. Because, see, my mom was one of 16, so there was 9 girls and 7 boys. That's 9 different goddamn personalities you have the potential to get your ass whooped by. But since, it's a diverse group. Some of them, they, they exercise their diplomacy. They'll talk to you real good and almost make you wish they had whooped your ass. And then they got that one that you know can fight, and you really, as a man, might need fucking help to defend yourself, because that bitch is crazy. As your wife. Notice I said that while I'm up here and not next to my wife. But no, man, you gotta keep, you know, Terry's up here, he's talking about how, you know, fucking these white women for a black thing. Like, I was just taking what I could get, really. Because my lifestyle is weird fucking different. I spent 10 years in the military, so my mindset is already fucked up. Like, and honestly, with my fucking temper, if I got with a black woman, I'll be in jail inside a week. Because our first argument, we probably gonna fist fight, and she gonna start it. Because I got a mouth. Because, like I said, when you come from a family of women of 8-to-1, if you put your hands on any of them women, you're gonna have like 16 ass whoopings coming from the aunts and uncles. I'm just saying. They don't talk about their siblings. Fuck, I lost my train of thought because it was so fucking hot up here.
Dating black women.
I can't say that out loud. I cannot say that out loud. They hear that shit like vampires and shit, you know, like how they just call they little newlings. They could be hundreds of miles away, but they feel it. Yeah, oh, that nigga talking shit somewhere. Wait till I see him. Fuck. I see some of these young faces out there. Y'all making me feel as old as I really am. And I know y'all looking at me like, you not old. I'm almost 40, first off. I know I don't look it. I look good, don't I? But no, man, just a bunch of things that's been happening to me lately that's making me feel like I'm old. Like, for example, it's not so much my age, because I'm almost 40. It's not the fact that I spent 10 years in the military and my knees gave out on me the day I ETS, like, oh, you don't need these no more. It's not the fact that I did another show last week. I'm standing outside and this little young cat about your age come up to me, got his ID out and shit. He's like, can I get in? It's like, this motherfucker thought I was the goddamn doorman. So I did what any self-respecting adult comedian would do. I checked his ID, and I had Terry Blue search that nigga. You should have seen this fucking, the best part was his fucking face. About 15 minutes later, when I got on stage and started doing my set, and I was looking at him right in his face like, yeah, nigga, I know it. I know where you live now, though, motherfucker. Mr. Demetrius. But no, it's just certain things that's been happening to me, like, that made me realize I was old. Like, I had to explain Bobby Brown before crack. Like, I don't know, I see some of these young faces, some of y'all might be to find this out for the first time too. Bobby Brown was actually like a legit artist. Nigga was in the movie and shit. He was in the second Ghostbusters movie, you know, the one with Bill Murray, with top of the statue, like, yo, love, keep lifting me higher. Yeah, some of y'all might not know that movie. Some of y'all was literally babies when that movie came out. But no, man, like, this motherfucker was like, Bobby Brown, ain't he a crackhead? It's like, no. And if you really want to get down to it, he, like, honestly, I feel like, this is my personal opinion, but I feel like Whitney ruined his career, because she was already on crack, and everybody was like, Bobby Brown got Whitney hooked on crack. That's not true. Whitney was already doing crack. Bobby just knew where to get it. I whipped out my phone, I was checking the time, he was like, damn, your phone big. I was like, big? I got a Samsung Galaxy A20, you know, plug for Samsung. I was like, nah, man, I remember when. And at that moment, I knew that I was old, because that's how I started that fucking statement, I remember when. But I remember when fucking Motorola had the game on lock. You had two versions of this fucking cell phone. The shit was either as big as a shoe, or the car phone was big as a shoe box. Them shits was fucking large as hell. And then the batteries wasn't worth the fuck. You unplug that bitch out of a cigarette lighter, it was gone after one call. It's hot as hell with this motherfucker. Like, Terry got on some political shit, and I'm about to do it too. But not necessarily as aggressive as him, you know. But my beef is more with the LGBTQSMNOP community. Because they got these, like, I understand all of it. The LBGT is like, the T not so much, because, like, actually, I understand them the most. Because that shit is commitment. You gotta turn some shit inside out. You gotta take some medication to get right. All of that shit. But what I refuse to fucking accept is these motherfucking pedophiles out here talking about, I wanna identify as someone that's attracted to young. No, bitch. Well, I'm gonna identify as somebody that's gonna beat your motherfucking ass on sight. That's what I'm gonna identify as. Fuck that. If LGBT let this go down, I'm gonna have to get one of my gay cousins go up there with me and fuck them up. Cause they like werewolves. You can only get in if you know another werewolf. Like they shit be locked down like on the Blade movies, you know what I'm talking about? How they got this shit in black light specials and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they everywhere, you just don't know where they fucking party. And let me tell you something. It's a weird setting, but don't nobody throw a motherfucking party like the LGBTQ community. Them niggas parties for days, not hours, days. Like they will literally sleep outside in their little rainbow tent, wake up, take a rainbow assortment of drugs and continue. But now, like, especially if you got that one gay friend, he's like the Red Skull on the Avengers movie. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that one gay dude, he'll get that girl you like drunk in exchange for that one dude that he wants you to get him drunk for him, you know, just like in a movie, a soul for a soul. God damn, these places hot as shit. I feel, look, right now, Kendall, we need a fan, dog. It's hot as hell up here. It's hotter than Black Panther piss up here. The animal, not the activist group. Fuck, I lost my train of thought now. It's all right, let's ride this train. Come on over here to you guys, because I can see, if I sit there, I can't see nothing but them fucking lights. And my old ass is tired of walking around. No, man, it's just a bunch of weird shit that I think about. Like, y'all ever been driving down the street and see them signs that said this area, the speed in this area is monitored by aircraft? You ain't never seen that fucking sign? Them shits is all over. I'm from Louisiana. Them shits is all over the fucking place up there. And I'm like, who the fuck got an F-15 Tomcat in the bushes? Because you know he ain't in the air. That nigga right there, he just gonna take off. Woo! Pull it over, nigga. Like, bro, I'll be that one dude, man, fuck that sign. Go through that bitch doing 88, then the goddamn Black Hawk just laying on the roof of my shit. I seen you. Clocked you at 88. But officer is 80 in this area. I don't give a fuck. It's like my thought process is different from other fucking people. It is hot as hell up here. But I touched on it earlier. Yeah, I'm a nerd. But just in case any of you single ladies out there, if you want a good man, get you a fucking nerd.
Right.
Because just like in the 1987 Revenge of the Nerds movies, you know, when he got her up in the spacewalk with the Darth Vader helmet on, licked up pussy till she couldn't remember what day it was. That's what I'm talking about. Nerds get the pussy wetter than the pool on a rainy day. Nerds is out here fucking. That's when the turnaround was. Revenge of the Nerds for us. They was like, wait a minute. Nerds is out here fucking like that? Yes, bitch. That's all we think about. That's all we think about. How to make money and how to get pussy. That's the key right there. Because one of those two things, if you can figure one of them out, it will get you the other one. Because honestly, you get you a good woman, she'll help you make some fucking money. Mainly because she not gonna stay with your broke ass long. Oh my God. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Fucking hot up here. Listen, ladies, but for real, if you got a man, you wanna make sure that motherfucker stay faithful. Just suck some dick, ladies. You think I'm playing? You think I'm bullshitting? Just one day randomly while he playing the game and shit, just go to town on him. He will stop playing his fucking game and he will love the shit out of you. I promise you. Like, he'll be up here like me talking about how his woman do all kinds of crazy shit. Like my wife is that kind of woman. It was love at first suck. Think of bullshit. It was love at first suck, man. At the time when we first started dating, I had roommates, and my wife, you know, she wouldn't go all the way with me because I had roommates. Because I later found out my wife gets kind of loud. But she, without missing a fucking beat, she was like, "I suck your dick, though." I was like, "Oh shit!" It was like, soon as she put her mouth on it, it was like, "I'm marrying you tomorrow." God damn it. I'm kind of embarrassed to say it took all of 2.5 minutes, and I was done. 2 glucks and a swirl. You know what I'm talking about, Pat? No, you know that. Whoop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. With the, yeah. You know. Got him. Whoa. This is not that kind of session, brother. But no, man, like for real. My wife keeps it spicy in our relationship. You know, she does things. You know, we got a great relationship. We got communication, respect, love, of course. But you know, you still got to keep it spicy. You got to do things. You know, like for example, I said I was going to get down, but I changed my mind. For example, one time, you know, it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We just finished watching our movie. But when our movie went off, we realized we was the only ones in the house, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, you gotta, yeah, I know, yeah. You know, our movie went off, she scooted a little closer, gave me them eyes. She was like, "Hey, nobody home, you wanna, you know, take a nap?" Oh, shit! If that ain't one of the fucking sexiest things somebody ever fucking said to me, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you wanna take a nap? So irresponsible and so provocative at the same time. If that didn't perk your nips, here's another thing she did. So she had went out with my daughter-in-law. She keeps her going for hours. Like, real, they just go do random shit women do. I don't know what the fuck y'all do when y'all go. But you know, as a man, that's straight up gaming time right there. And I got one of them headphones, you know, when you got them on, the bitches hear what you think. You know what I'm talking about, you look like a gamer. You know them good headphones? Hear what somebody talking about in the other room and shit. But she knows this. My wife is cool, like she don't mind me gaming and shit, cause she know I ain't out doing nothing else. Right. She comes home and shit, she slide. Then she slid the right side of the headset, cause the mic is on the right, so she slid the left one to the side. She got real close, lips was almost touching my ear. That was sexy enough. Lips was almost touching my ear, and she was like, "I brought you tacos." Shit! God damn, woman, if I didn't have tacos in front of me, you could get it right now. It's tacos. And not just any tacos. I'm talking about them tacos from the taco truck down there in LaSalle. Them motherfuckers will make you want to slap your mama for real. Like, I called my mom, I had them for the first time. My mom lived in Louisiana. I called up. And I was like, "Mom, I need to schedule an appointment for a slapping." I just had some of the best tacos I ever had in my life. Shit. It is fucking hot. Y'all still feeling it? Y'all still feeling it, Frank? Woo! All right, we're gonna bring up our host again, Terry Blues. Thank y'all. My name G. That's my time.
That's hot as a motherfucker. Let's keep it going for my man G. Can y'all hear me in the back? Is this all the way up? There we go. There we go. Hey, y'all hear me in the back now?
Oh, now you won't fix the equipment. I'm yelling.
My bad.